The Director General of the Ghana Health Service, Dr. Patrick Kuma Abwaje, says his outfit will deploy teams to churches, mosques, lorry parks, and markets to help inoculate the majority of the population and to bring the vaccination closer to the citizens. Ghana on Sunday received 1.5 million doses of AstraZeneca vaccines from the German government to help in the inoculation drive. Dr. Patrick Kuma Abwaje further stated that priority will be given to areas with high infection rates. Over 1 million persons have been inoculated, with nearly 800,000 fully vaccinated. Dr. Kumabwaje said the country is expecting more vaccines. The GHS began the next phase of the COVID-19 vaccine rollout on Friday, September 24, 2021, with jabs of the AstraZeneca vaccines. This phase of the exercise is open to the general public. The Acting Director General of the Ghana Police Service's Public Affairs Directorate has disclosed that a bank worker has been arrested in connection with a recent bank robbery. ACP Kwesi Ofori confirmed that an arrest was effected on Friday in Accra, involving a bank worker, not necessarily a bank staff. He said they have already started meeting with banks regarding the security arrangements for customers who come in to transact business. A security analyst of the Kofi Annan International Peacekeeping Training Center, Professor Kwesi Aning, said it's time for banks to start interrogating their staff over robberies involving them. He believes methodical checks ought to be done on both corporate and personal electronic devices used by the workers there to assess information that might have aided such crimes, if any. The Ghana Police Service has placed a bounty of 50,000 Ghana cedis on a robbery gang suspected to have been engaged in a daylight robbery at Sampa Valley near Weja in the Greater Accra region. The gang of four, who were armed, allegedly attacked and robbed a woman of an unsuspected amount of money at Sampa Valley near the Weja barrier in Accra. Two of the suspected robbers, who were wielding guns and were on motorbikes, accosted a vehicle being driven by the victim. They allegedly opened the back door of the vehicle and bolted with a backpack containing an unspecified amount of money amid the firing warning shots to ward off people. The victim is said to have gone to a bank to withdraw money, and it is believed that the robbers who were monitoring her movement pressured her. They attacked her a few minutes after she drove out of the bank. The police has, however, a financial reward of 50,000 Ghana cedis for anyone with information that will lead to the arrest of the gang. The managing director of Bulk Oil Storage and Transportation Company Limited, Edwin Alfred Provencal, has hinted that the company has reduced its trade liabilities by over 3/4 through his efforts to improve the activities when he took over. According to him, his outfit has paid some $585 million out of the $624 million, which was in arrears back in 2017. He said 73% of the liabilities were offset using internally generated funds by June 2021, adding that he believes is laudable in addition to some 27% provided by the government. He further explained that, quote, "We did not do that by going to the government alone. Boast contributed to the payment of these trade liabilities through our internally generated funds, amounting to 73%. He insisted the efforts are being made to service the rest of the trade liabilities by 2022, adding that a forensic audit was also conducted into Boast's BDC claims to the tune of about $37 million. Vodafone Ghana is supporting over 50 small and medium-sized enterprises with free premium-grade websites in the month of September. In addition, enterprises will be provided with digital channels to make their services more accessible to a wider audience, ultimately accelerating customers and revenue. In a release issued by the company, it said the move was to provide holistic support to SMEs nationwide and empower businesses to leverage on technology to deliver modern offerings to boost their businesses during the SMEs Month celebration. The director of Vodafone Business, Mrs. Tara Bolarin, explained that every year her outfit dedicates a month to recognize, appreciate, reward, and engage with, quote, our esteemed business customers who are uniquely positioned to be the backbone of the Ghanaian economy. She says some local companies will be assisted with free registration to enable smaller businesses improve their professional image. The Ghana Union of Traders Association, GUTA, has called on the government to hasten steps to resolve the impasse between Ghanaian and foreign traders in the country. GUTA has in the past made similar calls to the government to bring an end to the banters. A joint implementation task force between GUTA and the Nigerian Union of Traders Association Ghana, NUTAG, has been established to find a lasting solution to the stalemate between Ghanaian traders and the Nigerian counterparts engaged in the retail business. But recently, the disagreements were renewed, leading to the closure of foreign-owned shops in Kofodia and Accra in the Eastern and Greater Accra regions, respectively, because of stalled negotiations under the task force. The government subsequently set up a presidential committee to properly scrutinize all foreigners engaging in trading activities in the country. Mali's interim prime minister, Kokel Mega, has accused France of abandoning the nation mid-fight after the European country decided to reduce its troops, thereby up to half. In June, France announced that the counterterrorism mission it leads in the Sahel, Operation Barkhane, will see its number fall from 5,100 to 2,500, 3,000 over the next few months. Speaking at the UN General Assembly in New York on Saturday, Mr. Mega criticized the, quote, unilateral announcement, adding that it, quote, leads us to explore pathways and means to better ensure our security autonomously or with other partners. This has been interpreted as a reference to Mali reportedly asking Russian mercenaries to train its military and boost national security, despite recent reports of abuses by Russian mercenaries elsewhere in the continent, most recently the Central African Republic. More students who have been kidnapped in northern Nigeria have been released after payment of ransom. Some 10 students were released on Sunday, according to a local Christian association, leaving only 11. The head of the association, Joseph Hayab, said they were working on the release of the remaining students. This is the fourth batch of students to be released by the kidnappers. A total of 110 students have been released or have escaped so far. Some 121 students from Bethel High School were kidnapped on 5th July in Kaduna State in northern Nigeria. Three of the kidnappers were arrested and police paraded them last week. School kidnappings have been on the rise in Nigeria, with abductors demanding millions of the Nigerian currency in ransom payments. An earthquake has struck the southern Greek island of Crete, with reports that at least one person killed and several wounded as buildings collapsed. People were sent rushing out onto the streets when the magnitude 5.8 quake struck at 6:17 GMT. Several aftershocks followed. Greek media reported that one man died after a church collapsed at Arkalahari village in the center of Crete. The European Mediterranean Seismological Center initially recorded a magnitude of 6.5, while the United States Geological Service put it at 6.0. The Athens Geodynamic Institute later said the 5.8 quake struck 23 kilometers, 14 miles northwest of the coastal village of Arvi, at a depth of 10 kilometers. Anthony Joshua was left stunned by Alexander Usyk in front of 67,000 fans at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium on Saturday evening. Joshua, who weighed in at 17 stones 2 pounds for the fight, failed to defend his WBA, IBF, and WBO titles as Usyk became the new unified heavyweight world champion. The Ukrainian, who came into the fight unbeaten in 18 pro fights, but only 2 at heavyweight, was fleet on foot and able to edge out the Brit when it really mattered. Usyk nearly knocked Joshua out in the 12th round and ensured he did enough as the final minutes ticked down to clinch a superb victory. Joshua was outboxed as he suffered the second defeat of his professional career. Quote, "This means a lot for me," Usyk told Sky Sports Box Office. "The fight went the way I expected it to go. There were moments when Anthony pushed me hard, but it was nothing special. I had no objective to knock him out because my corner pushed me not to do that." The The Ghana Football Association says it is working closely with the government to ensure that all monies owed former Black Star coach Charles K. Akono is fully paid. This comes after the association unveiled Milovan Rajovic as the new coach of the senior national team. Mr. Rajovic, on his second spell with the team, is expected to receive $30,000 per month and $100,000 as his signing-on fee. However, his predecessor is yet to be fully remunerated, according to the GFA. We've met him and discussed with him. The ministry will come back to us with a payment plan. Once that is made available to the FA, we will give it to him, he said on Sunday. However, he added that all bonuses owed the outgoing Black Star coach have been cleared. A lot has been said about the creative industry on how the sector does not treat its stakeholders well. The Chief Executive Officer of Media XL, Kwesi Ernest, has also added his voice to the issue. Kwesi Ernest said that politicians still adopt the strategy of utilizing their old members as a springboard. He said this is because they are the pillars of whatever party they belong to, and they can never do without them. And therefore, the Ghana music industry needs godfathers, like the politicians, to help grow the creative industry because they are the pillars of the industry. He added, quote, "These legends are entitled to promote the present-day musicians. So I urge people in the music industry to work hand in hand so as to leave an outstanding legacy, to be emulated, for them to be recognized when they become, quote, godfathers too, in order to build a peaceful union among the personalities' creative sector." Ed Sheeran, Lizzo, and Billie Eilish are among stars taking part in a 24-hour gig to raise awareness of climate change, vaccine inequality, and famine. Over 60 artists are taking part in the Global Citizen Festival in cities including New York, London, and Seoul. Tens of thousands of people attended concerts around the world, and millions more tuned in to the broadcast. The event kicked off on Saturday in Paris, where Elton John performed in front of the Eiffel Tower. He took to the stage following a pre-recorded performance by K-pop band BTS. The show, believed to be one of the biggest ever international charity events, was organized by Global Citizen, a charity working to end extreme poverty by 2030. Unlike most events of this nature, organizers were not aiming to raise cash, but to use participation as evidence for world leaders that people support bold actions on the issues.